What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. The Arnold Classic prejudging for the open class is in the history books. And what a wild night it has been. First, congratulations to William Bonac for bringing a prime version of himself to the stage. People didn't even have him in their top 5. And that was really disrespectful, as he is a former 2 times Arnold Classic champ. He didn't get offended. He didn't respond to what people were saying about him on IG. He put in work, plain and simple, and he crushed the competition here. Yes, after prejudging, I think William Bonac is clearly in the lead. He was in the middle the whole time. The crazy round muscle bellies are back. Legs are round and full. Even in the side chest, William had such impressive detail. He actually wrecked everyone. I'm gonna say including Brendan Carey in that top 4 lineup. I think Williams' combination with Chad Nichols worked out great for him. Don't be surprised if Chad brings William even tighter tomorrow. Let's talk about Brendan Carey, who was clearly a frontrunner going into the show. Even though he had the best structure here, this wasn't his best performance by far. His legs were really getting exposed, especially standing next to William and Steve Kuclo. And surprisingly, his upper body wasn't as popping as it did in the past. Maybe he was on the flat side here, but you guys might agree that Brendan Carey was far more impressive at the Olympia last year than at the Arnold today. There is no room for error in Brendan's camp tomorrow. In fact, he has to make some drastic improvements because both Justin and Steve Kuclo are knocking on the door, and some people even have Justin beating him. Now, let's talk about Justin Rodriguez, the most improved guy in this show. Pictures don't do him justice, and how crazy his condition looks on stage. He is massive, and shoulder to shoulder, there is only one guy matching Steve Kuclo. That's Justin. He clearly beat Steve in the back shots, particularly the back double on Justin was just crazy. Without a doubt, that's the best Justin we have ever seen. Not surprised at all, the guy was 8th place at the Olympia, and that was not at his best. As we said in the videos leading into the show, you can't realize how big and impressive Steve Kuclo looks unless you put him on stage next to the other guys. The biggest guy on stage tonight still needs more separation, but I think that was the best Steve Kuclo we have seen in a long time. It's gonna be a coin toss between him and Justin, as he did beat Justin in a couple of front shots. Now, let's talk about Brett Wilkin. He was so flat in this lineup. I mean, you can tell with his most muscular, there was zero pop and fullness to the chest and delts, unlike his photos leading into the show. There was a lot of hype around him. People really were hoping for Nick Walker Part 2 here. But unfortunately, he missed his mark big time. Plus, he kind of looked small here in this lineup. And when I say small, I imagine Patrick more small in the Olympia lineup. Now let's talk about the hype, and let's be real. It was not only us fans on YouTube and IG, it was the IFBB pros, even some who are currently competing, who named Brett as the one who will challenge Brendan Curry for that title. Let me name a few: Phil Heath, Ian, Martin, Nick Walker, and Ford. All the guys in Real Bodybuilding podcasts, including Ford, didn't even have William Bonac in the top 5. Which tells you, even when you have been at the top level in this sport, unless you are in that camp of a certain athlete, you are in no position to predict the outcome of a big show. I think Regan Grimes is really lucky that so many guys dropped out of this show. Otherwise, he would have been outside of top 10 here. Hype on Instagram can only take you this far. What's surprising is the fact that both Samson and Regan are being coached by Milos. Isn't this Milos's responsibility to give realistic expectations to his guys? Just days out, Milos said on Jay Cutler's podcast that Samson is coming to the show believing that he can win the entire thing. Same goes with Regan. Milos really believed that Regan can be top 3 here, and what's even funnier is the fact that the people around Regan are still feeding him that he can be Mr. Olympia in the next 2 years. I really hope he takes time to grow now because he is still lacking in the size and muscularity department. In the end, all I can say is that the veterans showed up today and made it pretty clear to the young blood that in order for them to take over, more work needs to be done. A lot can change in one day as finals or tomorrow, so stay tuned. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.